why do they go to the grocery store and carry a bulky wallet when you can just carry your cell phone? I mean, your grocery list is already on your cell phone, so why bring the extra wallet? The world of cryptocurrencies is currently evolving. You see big inclines in the price of different currencies, and you see it more readily available. In this speech, you'll learn about cryptocurrencies and how and why you should use them. First, we're going to talk about how government control is not good for your current currency. We're going to talk about how using cryptocurrency is fraud-proof. And third, we're going to learn about how cryptocurrencies is a better use of currency compared to what you're currently using now. Imagine you're sitting at home and you see an alert on your phone, and it says, North Korea just launched a missile. If that missile were to land, or say an oil and gas supply shortage would happen, no longer had any water to your house, things would rapidly change in the United States. There would be martial law and government would take control. Now, if a big disaster were to happen like that, we would see the martial law take place, and then eventually the value of our currency would go down significantly. Or just say that in your everyday life, nothing significantly happens. According to a Forbes article published in 2017, it talks about how deflation is around 2 to 3% a year. So that money you have in your savings account right now is losing 2 to 3% every year just by sitting there. The reason why you should buy cryptocurrency, say Bitcoin, is because it drastically rises in value over time. According to that same Forbes article, it talked about how if you bought a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin a month ago, it's worth more than it is when you initially bought it. So initially, you're gaining money or not losing your investment with deflation. Currently, there's 2.3 billion people in the world, according to a Bloomberg article published in the first part of 2018, that talked about how the government places severe regulations on the terms and the way they can use their money. Whether that's in North Korea, where free commerce is not allowed, or in China, when they cannot exchange their currency for other currencies. So having government control over your money is not good. First, because the government can devaluate it, or if a natural disaster, government can make your currency worthless. The beauty of a cryptocurrency is that the government doesn't have control over that. There is no one nation that has control over a currency. Everyone in the world has access to that currency that over time goes up in value. The second thing we're going to talk about is how cryptocurrency is fraud-proof. There's a thing called a blockchain. A blockchain is basically like a public ledger. It keeps track of all the transactions that occur between that currency. So if I were to make a purchase, someone who's receiving the purchase would get that payment, and in that public ledger, or what it's called a blockchain, people in the world can see that transaction happened. So there's no more scamming, no more fraud with cryptocurrencies. The reason that is good is because there's always a record of the transactions being made. So no more shady deals or things that are illegal can happen because the transactions that are made are all public. Now, in terms of ease of use, and again, why you should buy cryptocurrency over its relative term of the national currency that you're using right now, is because all you need to make a payment or to receive a payment is your phone. Now, the beauty of that is, say you go to the grocery store, you don't need to bring that bulky wallet. You can simply pay and receive payments with your phone. At any time, you can have access to your entire bank account. Now, whether that's $1 or $100 million, it can all be accessed through this. And you're the sole proprietor of what you do with that money. There's no more of withdrawing it from the bank. It's right there. It's easily accessed. You don't need to go to the ATM and access $300 because it's all on your phone. The next ease of use is, say you were to go traveling. There's, according to an economics article published in 2016, there are over a million retailers and outfitters that receive payment of cryptocurrencies. Now, the beauty of that is, say you were traveling to Germany or you're traveling to, say, South Korea, you can pay retailers for the things that you purchase. There's no longer you need to go to your bank and get that currency of the country you're going to. If you can all access it and pay for it with the cryptocurrencies which is accepted around the world. Another thing that many people find favorable in terms of using cryptocurrency is there's no hidden fees. Again, as long as you have your phone and internet connection, you have access to your bank, and that bank is basically a wallet that holds your cryptocurrency in it. There's no more $25 late fee or overdraft fee or fees that you don't know exist, because there's none of those. So over time, you do not get hurt in terms of fees, because you are the only one that has access to your money in your wallet. So to conclude, cryptocurrency is a wonderful thing. It's a way of the future. It allows you to do things that you can't do with normal currency. First, it does not allow the government to have access over your money, which over time can devalue it in terms of inflation, or the government can access it and devalue it significantly if a natural disaster or something would happen. Second is there's fraud proof. There's no more scamming, and everything's on a public ledger that allows people to track the transactions being made. And third, it's easy to use. You have access to your entire bank on your phone without fees. And say you're traveling to a different country, you don't have to go to the bank to go to an ATM or go to the bank manager to buy currency for that country that you're going into. So I think you should buy cryptocurrency because it allows you to do things that you are no longer allowed to do with regular currencies, but it's more convenient as well because you hold it all on your phone. Thank you.